Welcome to Morning Drawfee, where we take your dumb suggestions
and make even dumber drawings.
I'm Caldwell.
And I'm Nathan.
Good. Now that we have those pregnant pauses in there, just awaiting the miracle of life.
We're ready to burst with how pregnant those pauses were.
Just wanted to start the episode off on a grosser note this time around, guys. We're drawing Saturday morning cartoons today.
Suggested by Muffin Cool 45.
Muffin Cool 45. Guys, we both have fond memories of Saturday morning cartoons. I guess maybe people nowadays don't, though, because there is no Saturday has gone by the wayside. You can get your cartoons anytime you want.
The importance of Saturday is greatly diminished. You can watch cartoons in class on your smartphone.
True. I recommend it. I mean, yeah, and that's the thing. You do that, and the teacher's like, "What is this?" And you just say to the teacher, "Sorry, it's not. No, not Saturday anymore. Teach. Saturdays are done. Teach.
Hey, maybe I'll teach you a thing or two."
Saturdays are over, old man. And that's and then like they'll have no choice. What's going to happen then is that your teacher's bow tie will spin around a lot, and they'll go wah 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 wah, and the class will rebel, and then your teacher will just be impaled on a stake, and then you guys can watch TV forever. It's going to be very much a Lord of the Flies situation, but it's going to work out great for you because you're going to get to watch Road Rovers on your tablet.
Oh dang, dude! Road Rovers?
Do you like that Road Rovers pull?
Dude, we're coming up Road Rovers right off the bat.
I've got the whole WB Kids lineup just ready to go, man. So don't even front with me on it.
But yeah, I didn't have cable growing up.
Oh.
So I had Kids WB, I had One Saturday Morning, and I had Foxbox. And that was it.
You got the best. That's pretty much the top of the crop right there. That's where all the good stuff was coming in. I myself was a fan of I guess we talked about Animaniacs. We've talked about as everyone on this show knows, I was a big fan of both of the Sonic series, of which there were two. But I think I don't know, Nathan. What was missing from Saturday mornings? What was the show that you always wanted to see?
That I always wanted to see? That's a good question.
Yeah.
I guess I wanted to see the version of Pokemon where he just goes and gets all the badges.
You wanted to see like a more...
And doesn't have any of those dumb filler episodes. That's like the majority of the series. I just really wanted to see Ash become the best that ever was.
But don't you, I feel like the lesson that he learns at the end is much better when he, because he makes it all the way to, the championship battles, and then he just straight up kind of, gets his ass handed to him.
He comes in, 16th in the Indigo League, which looks nothing like how it looks in the Game Boy game.
Sure. You wish that it looked more like a Game Boy game.
I wished that they had stayed true to the source material.
Too many colors, number one.
Too many colors, number one. But I'm not. That's not really what I'm drawing. I'm not drawing the show that I wish had existed. I'm drawing a show. I'm drawing a show for today's youths who. Oh, okay. Who maybe maybe don't really appreciate Saturday. Maybe they don't need Saturday.
These kids are working all the. I mean, here's the thing. Most kids today are driving an Uber from birth, essentially. Yeah. They're renting out their crib on Airbnb. That's Airbnb. They're renting out they're doing crib shares on Airbnb. The other B stands for baby too. It's Air Baby and Baby.
And Baby.
It's a full rideshare crowdsourced experience from birth these days. So they don't have a traditional weekend like we did.
I mean, kids these days, they're not even watching the cartoons. They're watching Let's Watches on YouTube of the cartoons. They're watching teens react to the shows that they would be watching.
Who's your favorite Let's Watcher?
Probably Gunkasaur.
Oh, you like Gunkasaur?
Yeah.
He's pretty good. I I like when he does that cool thing where he'll like watch a show and then he'll just drop a lot of marbles on his groin.
And he'll go, ooh, my groin.
Ooh, the marbles.
Ooh, the marbles.
Marbles. Because it like doesn't hurt, but it is a very pleasant sound. So it's got like an ASMR element to it, which I think is interesting. I like Spunk McGunk.
Oh, sure.
Which is actually, that's Gunkosaurus' brother.
Yeah.
It's like a Hank and the other green. Hank Green, what's the other green brother?
Seth?
What's the one that wrote the books?
Seth Green.
John Green?
You're thinking of Seth Green.
Okay, Seth Green, right.
I think you're thinking of Seth Green.
Seth Green was the one that wrote The Fault in Our Stars, right?
Mm-hmm.
No, he wrote The Fart in Our Stars. I'm sorry.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, okay. My bad. Seth Green and his brother Hank, they have their channel. And it's kind of the same deal for Gunkosaurus and Spunky Gunks, which is absolutely the name that I said before.
Mm-hmm.
So tell me what we got going on here. Fill me in, if you would.
Okay, so this is a show.
Mm-hmm.
In order for it to still be a Saturday morning cartoon, it can't rely on the time slot alone.
Yeah.
It needs to be, I think, in order to truly be a Saturday morning cartoon, it needs to be about Saturday morning.
Oh, so this is like, is this a personified weekend type deal?
Yeah, it's it's like personified time.
Ooh.
So you got Father Time over here.
Yeah.
That's sort of how I imagine him, sort of like a stern fatherly figure with
I love it.
With clock handles for eyebrows.
I bet that when he gets mad, a cuckoo clock comes out of his mouth. And then he's like, you can't cuckoo, and then they all laugh because that's a funny thing.
That's a funny thing.
Mm-hmm.
When the characters in the show laugh, it lets the viewer know that it's okay for them to laugh as well.
Exactly, I like that because they won't, because the Let's Watcher will laugh, so they'll know to laugh because the person on the show is laughing, and then the Let's Watcher is laughing because Spunky Gunks is laughing, so they'll know to check that out. My favorite thing about Spunky Gunks is, Gunkosaurus does the marble trick where he just drops a bunch of marbles on his groin. Spunky Gunks is great because he's always in the tub.
Yeah, I do like that.
He's always in the tub.
He's always in
what's
the tub.
That tub
That's
filled
like
with?
His thing.
Yeah. And it's like he's a gross person. He's a gross human. He's always covered in some sort of gunk, so he's got to bathe it off. And that's kind of his shtick. And he ends every episode by electrocuting himself.
Yeah.
Which I love. I think
like
that's
that
fun.
too. I like that he's legally died a number of times.
Mm-hmm. I like that he looks scared every time he starts a show. Like he's like, will this be my last?
Yeah,
I like that he's like...
It's almost as if he's not, even in control of his own fate anymore.
He's like, what's up, guys? Gonna watch episode 35 of Fighting Foodons. Please, just if you're watching this, Mom, I love you very much. Gunkosaurus, thanks for filming this, buddy. Okay, here we go. And he launches in. Oh, man, is this Saturday?
Yeah, this is Saturday morning specifically.
Okay,
so that's why he's got his PJ pants on. He's got his bowl. He's got his bowl of cereal.
He should have a shirt that says, "Oh, you know what his name should be, or like his nickname?
Yeah,
Sam.
Yeah,
SAM.
SAM.
Saturday AM.
Saturday.
Get it on that shirt. Sell it in the store." So does he have? If he's Saturday morning, I love this. If he's Saturday morning, does that mean he has what about Saturday afternoon and evening and night and so on?
He has his brother's Saturday afternoon.
His older brother Saturday afternoon.
His older brother Saturday afternoon.
Mm-hmm. Is this like an Alvin and the Chipmunk situation? Is this a chipuation?
Yeah, I think so. I think they're getting into hijinks.
Are they triplets? Or
yeah.
are there multiples of them? Oh, I like this dude. Saturday afternoon. He would be the more adventurous one because the sun's up. I guess
he does a lot of activities. He does a lot of rec league sports.
Yeah, he's the sporty one. So he's sporty. I guess to me it would be Sam's the cool one. He's chilling all the time. And then afternoon would be Saf.
Yeah. Sapum.
Or just Noon.
Spum.
Yeah, we call him Noon maybe.
Oh yeah. Loony Noony.
And then what would night be?
Spum.
I hate all of these names. This is a very confusing show.
Yeah. That was sort of the notes we got from the network as well.
That's what Father Time is always saying. He's like, why did I give my son such bad names? No, come back here. It's time to do your homework. What about, is like Sunday, is that like their buddy? What is Sunday's deal?
Yeah, well, I mean, if it's Father Time, I feel like that they're
all his kids.
Yeah, they're all my sons.
Oh,
the title
I get it.
Of the show.
All my son. I like that. That's a great title.
Yeah. Thank you.
Or you call it Days of Our Week.
Days of Our Weeks.
Mm-hmm. What about Week Boys?
Oh, I like Week Boys.
Yeah. That's like, or Week Dudes. It's like weekdays, but week dudes.
Week dudes.
Because I also like Week Boys, but it does like, that's not, you're young, you're like 7 to 10 isn't going to want to watch a show called Weak Boys. That's like, I'm not a weak boy. I'm a very strong boy.
Right.
But they don't really get how homonyms work, which I think this show will be a great opportunity to teach them about homonyms.
Right, because watching this show could put you in the know.
Is that from something?
That's the thing that they would play before if the show had like some element
Knowledge
of
themes,
it that might be considered educational.
Right.
They'd play that at the beginning of the show.
Like before
to, warn you.
Yeah,
I guess.
Trigger warning, you're going to learn something? Is that what that is?
You might. It could put you... They were very clear to use vague language.
I just want to let you know that Matt Damon's showing up on this episode of Arthur, and he is going to try and teach you something. He's going to try and teach you a lesson. Just be on the lookout. Like, we don't know when he shows up. We animated the damn thing, and we don't know where Matt Damon is in it. We just know that somewhere in this episode of Arthur is Matt Damon. We didn't put him in there. We didn't put him in the episode.
We didn't put him in there, and yet he's in there.
He's in there, and
he's
gonna show up. He's gonna try and teach you Spanish. I don't know why. It doesn't even track for his character, but he's gonna try his best to teach you Spanish. We watched the episode as soon as here's the thing, we got it back from the Korean studios. We said, hey, why is there Matt Damon in this? And they're like, what do you mean? Somewhere across the Pacific, Matt Damon
in the
snuck
recording process, Matt Damon got in there.
I think that, do you think maybe Matt Damon has some sort of rogue animation team that inserts him into episodes?
I don't care what you gotta do. I want to be in an episode of Arthur.
I want you to in there. Hey, it made me an aardvark.
Hey, it's me, Matt Damon. I made Entourage. Put me in the show.
Matt Damon did not make Entourage. I think of Mark Wahlberg.
No, this is Matt Damon. I made Entourage.
Matt Wahlberg. It's me. I feel Matt Damon
Matt
and Mark
Damon
Wahlberg.
And Mark Wahlberg are the same person.
Hey, it's me, Matt Wahlberg. What happened is I fused together.
Hey, it's me, Makes Wahlbergs.
What I did a fusion dance with Mark Wahlberg, Matt Damon. Now I'm one person. And I want to teach children about Spanish.
So they sort of have like a floating time friend.
Oh,
and that's
a floating,
and that's Matt Damon.
Oh, sure.
Matt
he's
Damon Wahlberg.
He's in the process of invading this show. I see. Do they? And I guess. So is it Saturday morning and Saturday night? Do they have another brother, or is he just not pictured right now?
That's Saturday morning and Saturday afternoon. Saturday night, he sleeps all day, and then when night comes, oh boy, does he like to party.
And Saturday night, he's the comedian of the bunch.
Yeah.
He's the comedian.
I'd keep drawing him, but I've run out of space and time.
That seems like as good a time as any to stop.
That's how they end every show. It's like, we've run out of time. It's not a good
Matt
show.
Matt Damon, no. And then Matt Damon shows up.
And then Matt Damon shows up, and he's like,
"Hey, you guys want to learn about the quadratic formula?
Did you know
the quadratic formula?
Did you know that I'm actually just Mark Wahlberg again?" It's not that Nathan doesn't know the difference between us. It's that we're actually the same person.
It's not Nathan's fault.
It's not Nathan's fault. So
it's confusing.
It's confusing.
It's hard to know.
It's confusing. There's so many Boston guys.
Nate, can I draw something, please?
Yes. Yes, please.
I want to draw the show that comes on before this.
Okay.
So like, you know how there's always kind of one show that's like it's based on some weird like Belgian comic, or like it's just kind of like, you know, I
don't know, but like I'm intrigued.
Like a Marsupilami, or a What a Mess. Do you remember the show What a Mess?
No.
It was about a very dirty dog.
But could you share me your screen?
No, you're gonna have to just you're gonna have to view this one with your heart.
Okay.
Okay, so you don't remember Kailu? Don't remember What a Mess?
I don't know what network were these on?
Well, I think Marsupilami, I think, might have been on Kids WB at one point. I feel like they were all shows that were made under some sort of weird obligation to a studio, perhaps. But anyway, I want to draw one of those. I want to draw like the bad show that nobody really liked that came on before. And I feel like there was this whole slew of shows, almost like a Bonkers, but less good than a Bonkers, where there's just like kind of one weird looking character who's kind of the mascot for this whole thing.
I swear to God, you're going to reference a thing I've heard of at some point, and I'm going to be so excited.
You've definitely heard of Bonkers, right?
Bonkers?
The Bobcat?
Bonkers
T. Bobcat? He was a cop. He was a Bobcat cop.
Gosh.
No. It's real, right?
Okay, yes.
It's definitely real, right?
Yes, I've seen this character before.
Uh-huh.
Didn't know that was his name.
What about the things that go bump in the night? Remember that show? Remember that fun time?
Caldwell, you're only 2 years older than me.
Uh-huh.
Like, what happened? What happened in those 2 years?
I was abducted by Father Time.
Like, these are all...
Nathan,
was this a Disney Channel show? Bonkers looks like it was a Disney Channel show.
It was. Nathan, Weak Dudes is real. I'm one of the weak boys. I'm forever. I'm immortal. That's why I've seen all cartoons. I'm immortal, and I'm using my time on this earth, my infinite time on this earth, for bad. I'm using it poorly, is what's happening.
Can I just say I really like these very realistic feet?
Yeah, I'm drawing like some Flintstones feet on this dude. I have not come up with a name for this guy, but it's like, again, there was like a whole slew of shows where it was just a weird looking dude.
Can I tell you what it looks like right now?
Yeah.
It looks like Squished Shrek.
Squished Shrek.
Yeah.
Okay.
You got the Shrek ears.
Squeck is what you're talking about.
Squeck.
Mm-hmm. This is not Squeck. You know if it was Squeck.
Yeah.
If you, I mean, log on to my DeviantArt and you'll see a lot of Squished
This character does have a swamp and wants you to get out of it.
He doesn't have a swamp. He has like a he has some real estate in Florida.
Oh, okay.
That he's having trouble selling.
What's the difference? Am I right?
It's vaguely swampy. And that's actually why he's having trouble selling it. So I'm having some trouble with his foot, by the way.
You've drawn 2 perfect feet. Mm-hmm. Now you're on foot 3.
Here's the thing. Don't stop with the first perfect foot you draw.
That's a good lesson. They're getting
worse.
I don't know. You're trying to get like a real dramatic angle on this. You're trying to get the foreshortening perfect.
I don't know. I was trying to, but I'm giving up.
It looks great.
Does it?
Oh, it's good.
All right.
Welcome to Morning Drawee, where we redraw some feet.
I redraw the feet. That's a big theme of the show. Of this cartoon show.
This
not
cartoon is actually just this character being drawn.
Yeah.
And it's just,
I think maybe that's the theme. That actually does seem like the theme of a show where it's like...
He's just talking the whole time. He's just like, hey, kids, let me get right with you. I just have to finish getting drawn. And then it's just the animator like, fuck,
here we go.
Come on.
I think that...
Come on, I'm going to get it right this time. Take your time. Don't worry about it. We just, we got to do a show. So draw me as fast as you can. Okay, shut up. I'm doing it.
Do we need to have a talk with your supervisor, Marshall? No. I've got this. I have this.
Okay. You don't need to put that much detail into my feet. I think the kids that watch the show probably aren't too critical.
They need to be perfect.
You're scaring me
a little bit, Marshall.
Marshall.
I'm going to go ahead and call your boss. So what I think this is it's like a creature that was like eventually what happened is he had to kill Marshall.
Okay.
That was the only way that he could come into existence.
That all happened in the pilot.
Yeah.
Okay.
For him to come into existence, he had to kill Marshall. So he's like a cartoon come to life. Mm-hmm. And I think he needs to have some sort of like vaguely French name.
Okay.
Because I feel like that's like, to me, it's like a weird French cartoon, like a Tintin or like a, something like that they're like, hey, we can sell this in America. This is definitely a thing that people want, that children want. And so that they gave it their best, but it just did not work out. So I'm thinking like, how about Jardine?
Jardine, okay.
Or maybe Jean-Paul, or like maybe what do we think? Or maybe like Renoir, or maybe like a type of cheese.
Ooh, just Brie.
Brie's a little short.
Okay.
But what about Limburger?
That's not really French, but
it's not at all. Nathan, I'm having some trouble with this. I'm having some trouble with everything.
That's a cheese. That's for sure cheese. Mm-hmm. What about if we're not limiting ourselves to French cheese? How about Jarlsberg?
Ooh. How about Umberto?
On what?
Umberto?
Umberto?
Umberto.
Umberto.
Thumberto.
Umberto.
Does he have arms?
You decide. Did he kill the animator before or after he tried to draw arms?
I think so. Maybe here's the thing: is he's killed one animator, but he's after all of them.
He's trying to. He hates animators because they made him the monster that he is. Honestly,
they made him look like this.
I like the plot of this a lot. It's very meta. It's very dark.
He's an animator assassin.
Yeah.
He's all right, we still need a name for this guy.
Yeah.
He's got to have like a silly cartoon name, you know what I'm saying? It's very hard to find it. Like, you know what, maybe what about Dumpit?
Gumpit?
Dumpit?
I like Gumpit.
I'm saying Dumpit, but you seem to like Gumpit. So let's go with Gumpit. How about Gumpit?
What were you saying?
I was saying Dumpit. This is bad. This is bad. Bad conversation.
Yeah, Gumpit.
All right, his name's Gumpit.
Yeah, that's what
Gumpit.
We're saying the same thing, Caldwell.
I was saying dump it, dude.
Yeah, Gumpit.
No, I'm sending Gumpit after you. Gumpit, the cartoon assassin.
Oh, something about that bottom eyelid is perfect. It's just extra creepy.
Yeah. In this hand, what should he have in this hand? Oh, you know what? He's just got he's got the cartoonist bleeding heart.
Oh, perfect.
Yeah. Let me just grab. He's like kind of grabbing it there.
He's out to erase you.
That's the tagline.
It's Gumpit. Yeah, it's this weird, like very, very graphic horror children's show. That they've sort of slid in there under being like, well, it's European, so like their values are different.
This was a bad idea. Malt Disney. Walt's son. Hold on. Walt's son.
He has to sign everything with Walt's son.
Yeah.
Otherwise, people just think he's making fun of his legacy. It's like, Dad, don't name me Malt.
Hey, Dad.
Could you not?
Couldn't help but notice that you named me Malt. Can you undo that, please? Can you just, I guess, like change my name or just end me? Because I don't want to live my life as Malt.
Hold on, son. I'm cryogenically freezing myself.
Hold on, son. I'm making Tarzan.
I'm making the Tarzan. Fun fact, Walt Disney drew every frame of Tarzan.
Walt Disney. Yeah, they unfroze him to make Tarzan, and then he made the whole thing, and then he died.
Yeah, then he died for real.
Because it killed him. They're like, none of us can do this. That was actually, that was Phil Collins' one demand.
That Walt Disney die?
No, that...
I'll do the music, but Walt Disney better die.
But you better kill Walt Disney for good this time.
Because he knew he was still alive.
I think
you
it's
can't
more.
pull something over on Phil Collins.
No, I've tried. Lord knows I've tried. I think it's to me, it's more like he knew that Walt Disney was alive.
I wanna know.
Yeah.
Can you show me? I wanna know that Walt Disney is dead. Take my hand. There's a man I need to see who's dead.
I think that Gumpit was originally is like maybe he was hired. Phil Collins was hired by Gumpit. I think that maybe was what was going on.
So this show, this is nonfiction. This is like a reality show. It like follows Gumpit around. Like Gumpit was originally going to be a children's cartoon.
Yeah.
But he escaped. He killed his animator.
Right.
But he kept the camera crew with him.
Yeah. Well, he held them hostage.
Yeah. He was like, how does Gumpit sound?
He sounds like
we were doing him before, right?
He sounds kind of like, if you guys don't follow me around, I'll kill your family.
I'll do it.
I'll do it. I have nothing to live for because I'm not alive. Whoa.
I don't have a soul.
I'll take yours, though. And I won't use it.
He just, like, shoves all of the hearts that he takes together.
Yeah.
Like, he combines them into one heart that he holds in his hand.
He feeds on talent, I think is what it is. He's like the Monstars, but, like, he's like...
He's like the Monstars, but scary.
Yeah, but also like Siler from Heroes, where he's got to, like, eat people's brains.
Oh, yeah.
You know, then that's how I'm gonna pitch it.
Yeah, can you make
you guys remember?
Yeah, just make his lips real red.
Yeah, you guys remember Space Jam and also Heroes?
You guys remember? You guys remember classic children's movie Space Jam and also failed NBC drama Heroes?
Do you guys remember Heroes? Heroes Reborn? No, not Heroes Reborn.
Oh God, no, not Heroes Reborn.
Well, I think I'm long since done with Gumpit.
Yeah,
Gumpit is coming for us all.
I mean, you can just keep adding splotches of blood.
Sure. This is kind of it's fun. It was fun doing the show with you, Nathan. I guess Gumpit is gonna eat me now. It's gonna kill me.
Yeah, that's the thing about Gumpit is once you sort of black out and draw him.
Yeah.
And then and that's how he gets you.
I wake up and I'm like, oh no, and Gumpit's like, oh yeah.
That's his catchphrase.
Yeah.
He stole it from the Kool-Aid. I say it slightly differently. I say, oh yeah.
Oh
yeah.
Yeah. It's like that.
There's
There's a hard period. Oh, yeah.
Wow.
Well, Gumpit is coming for me. I can see him banging on the door. So, guys, it's been a pleasure. Be sure to check out Weak Dudes. I think you're going to like that show. And be sure to put a flower on my grave because Gumpit is going to kill me. This has been Morning Drawfee. Thank you for watching. Guys, share the show with a friend if you like it. Tweet about it. Our username is at Drawfee. That's easy enough. It's actually at Drawfee Show.
It's always fun to see tweets from fans.
Yeah. If you are about to be killed by Gumpit, let us know. Tweet about
please.
that. Again, that username is at Drawfee Show. Guys, it's been a pleasure serving you for these years, and now I've been stabbed through the heart, and we're very sorry.
Sorry.